I used to think that if I didn't feel good enough for a guy I was dating, or maybe in business opportunities, if I didn't feel good enough to be friends with anybody, if I didn't feel good enough in front of anybody, that really meant that I wasn't good enough, until I realized that it's actually the opposite. If you're an anxious attachment girly, or you're an empath, or you're highly sensitive and you pretty much always feel not good enough, you need to hear this message. So what I realized is, when I was not feeling good enough around somebody, it wasn't that I was picking up on my own inadequacy. I was actually picking up on their own feelings of not being good enough. I was empathically absorbing their feelings of insecurity and not realizing it was their feelings, not mine, because I was wrapped up in my own triggers and my own wounds or whatever it is. And I didn't realize, and I couldn't distinguish then, oh, wait a minute. The reason I feel not good enough in front of them is not because I am not good enough for them. It's because I am absorbing their feelings of not being good enough. And even though they look on the outside like they're confident, or even though I've projected that they're this magical person, I'm absorbing their feeling of not good enough. And that's why I don't feel good enough when I'm in front of them. So what I realized is, anytime I'm feeling not good enough in the presence of someone else, it doesn't mean that I'm actually not good enough for them. It's me picking up on the fact that they are not good enough for me. No matter what my eyes see about them, what I think about them, what I project about them, what their image is. The feeling of not good enough in me is information, empathic information, intuitive information that that person is actually not good enough for me, and what I'm thinking they are is not really the truth, and I need to bring them down lots of levels. And some people really are negatively leaning or critical of others, or they have within their energy that nothing can measure up for them. They don't really feel that good enough about themselves. They don't feel good enough about their life. It's like, no matter what they have, nothing's enough, people aren't enough, their life isn't enough. And when you're in front of one of those people, if you're empathic, if you're highly sensitive, if you have anxious attachment, you're gonna feel not good enough. And so you have to really watch out for that and not get absorbed by their not good enough energy and think the problem is you, and really the problem isn't you, it's them. And how I realized this is just life experience. So I am somebody who had a really hard time feeling good enough starting in my childhood, and I always project onto people like, oh my God, they're so amazing. I would give all my light within to them, and I project that like they're the superstar, they're so amazing. Oh my God, I need to be with that guy. Oh my God, I need that opportunity. Oh my God, I need to be friends with this person. Oh my God, I need that person to like me. And over time, through living life, I saw, wow, that person I had on a pedestal, over time it was revealed they're not that great. That guy I thought I couldn't live without, over time it was revealed, oh my God, wait a minute, they're really not that great. And every single time life has shown me. So I'm not saying don't look up to anybody, or don't think people are amazing, or don't have crushes or anything like that. But know this, when somebody really is amazing and they're confident in their own being, typically when people are around them, they don't make other people feel not good enough, because they're not vibrating with not good enough in their energy field. So they're not making other people feel that way. So if you want to be with an amazing partner, or you want amazing business opportunities, or you want amazing friends, or whatever it is where you're like, am I good enough? I want you to look for the people who are amazing, yes, but who in their presence you feel good enough, because their energy and their vibration is good enough. They're actually people who are good within themselves, which means when you're around them, you're going to feel good within yourself too. So if you really understand this, that the reason I'm not feeling good enough is not because I'm not good enough, it's because my energy is picking up on their not good enough energy, and it's also an indication that they're probably not good enough for me. If you really understand that, then the next time you feel not good enough in front of somebody, instead of freaking out and going into, oh my God, I have to prove my worth to them, stop, take a step back and go, wait a minute. Whose energy am I really feeling here? Is it really that I'm not good enough? Sometimes your inner child is triggered. Or is it that I am picking up on information about them that's meant to help me analyze them appropriately and realize they're not supposed to be up here above me. Let me chill. Let me take a step back. Let me not put them on a pedestal. And the thing is, when you really love yourself, when you really value yourself, when you really see like, wow, I am amazing, you don't want to be around people in whose presence you feel anxious and you don't feel good enough. You want to be around people who recognize your value. You want to be around people who you can relax and be your full self with. So when you have real self-love, you realize you don't even want to be in this game at all of, oh my God, do I have to prove my worth to you? You don't have to prove anything. You're good. So let this be a reminder that if you start to feel not good enough in front of somebody and really anxious, don't just believe the feeling. it's highly probable that you are already good enough. You're picking up on their energy. You probably couldn't do or say anything to be good enough for them if they do already have that I see everything is not good enough energy within them. Take a step back, chill, recognize your worth, and choose people in your life that already see your value from the get-go and you feel comfortable with from the get-go.